So, what was going on at Glendale High School 35 years ago? Well, it was September 1980. The class of 1984 was starting its first year at Glendale. The students in the class of 1983 were now sophomores, and the juniors in the class of 1982 were getting oh so close. The seniors of 1981 were beginning the best year of the rest of their lives. This is a time capsule of what was going on at Glendale High School and what the students were saying and doing 35 years ago. For the classes of 2019, 2018, 2017, and 2016 attending GHS this year, we hope you will watch the time capsule throughout this year and see how things have changed and how they have stayed the same. Most of the content will be from the quill as reported by the staff of Fran Clayton's Journalism 2 class. So, what were the top stories in the quill on September 12, 1980? Rick Mahan was beginning his first year as the band director. They were getting ready for their first performance during the September 12th homecoming game at Lowe Stadium. Junior David Doak said that the marching band was much better organized this year. Mr. Mahan said, "I'm not going to start changing everything. I just want to know that we don't take a big step backwards." The Scotties introduced their new mascot at the High Day Assembly. Inky, the Scottish Terrier, owned by Junior Bev Miller, will serve as the team's mascot. Hot days of school were in order at the beginning this year, too. Temperatures during the first week of school were in the 90s. Students were complaining of sticky clothing, dry throats, and of course, no air conditioning. Teachers brought in fans and allowed students to have more drinks than normal. As I said earlier, homecoming was September 12th. The theme was When the Stars Come Out. Freshman attendants were chosen to be Paula Clifton and Stacy Patterson. Sophomores were Leanne Steinsafer and Charlotte Glass. Juniors were Christy Hopper and Nancy Jeffries. The homecoming queen will be chosen from seniors Leslie Berger, Tootie Dwyer, and Lori Reeds. The winner was announced at halftime at the football game. You'll have to watch episode 2 to find out who was our queen. Student Body Vice President David Charlesworth and President John Applequist announced the goals of this year's Student Council: involvement, communication, and coordination of activities. So how do these compare to the 2015-2016 goals? The Quill editor, Jeff Loeb, announced that the Quill is really a powerful tool that will not only report the news, but also serve as a device by which problems touching Glendale people may be revealed, discussed, and possibly solved. The Etc. news page had a story by news editor Janine Kavickia that Glendale students started the year with the Glen section of the Glendale building sign missing due to vandalism at the end of the 1980 school year. Funding was a challenge in getting the building signage fixed. Speaking of funding, it was brought to light the many issues facing the 18-year-old Glendale High School building: a bad PA system, windows that will not open properly or not at all, and many other issues that Principal James Ford has been working hard to get corrected. Applause, applause for some summertime accomplishments. Senior John Applequist placed 15th in the boys' extemporaneous speaking at the National Debate Tournament held in Huntsville, Alabama. Senior Rand Chappell made the All-Star team at the Mizzou basketball camp in Columbia. Senior Jeff Townsend placed 3rd in the nature category photography at the Ozark Empire Fair. 4 students placed in a diving championship at Twin Oaks Country Club. Senior Paul Fancook took 1st place, followed by freshman Pete Fancook in 5th, and senior Danny Shaw in 6th. Senior Susie Johnson took 1st place in the girls' competition. The Glendale Legion baseball team finished the summer season with a record of 31-9, while winning the District 17 championship, as well as the coveted Springfield Holiday Tournament. So that finally does bring us to sports. The varsity Falcons were scheduled to take their 0-1 record to the homecoming game to face the Joplin Memorial Eagles on Friday, September 12th. The team is rebuilding with only 10 seniors on this year's team. The team was coached by Bob Price and assisted by Coach Jerry Boyer. Returning lettermen were quarterback Lance McKinney, Corey Eccles, Doug May, Kent Thompson, Rory Shalla, Kyle Pope, Kerry Powers, as well as junior Carl Reese. The Falcons did lose their season opener last week 22-10 to the Rolla Bulldogs. The girls volleyball team started their season with a 15-7, 15-2 victory over Stockton. The team is led by their new coach, Susie Newton. Coach Newton said she thought she would have a good team this year. She was counting on great leadership from senior letterman Elaine Hutchison, Janine Kavickia, Jenny Snyder, and Janice Hatz. The girls' tennis Falcons will be led once again by Coach Gerald Hickey. Coach Hickey said that he thought the team's toughest competition for this year will be from Parkview and Kickapoo. Returning lettermen include Tootie Dwyer, Betsy Busick, Terry Schweikert, and Lisa Higgum. This nice picture of the brand new freshman cheerleaders adorn the sports page. Freshman cheerleaders for the year are Jan Loeb, Stacy Patterson, Ashley Shea, Amy Clausen, Sandra Trower, Abby Tarvestad, Lisa Teagarden, and Dwanetta Nelson. These spirited young ladies will certainly add to the excitement of Glendale sports this year. Top songs for this year were Diana Ross, Upside Down, Another One Bites the Dust by Queen, Sailing by Christopher Cross, All Out of Love by Air Supply, and the Rolling Stones' Emotional Rescue. Jimmy Carter was the United States President, and the top movie was Stardust Memories, directed by Woody Allen. Other movies released during the last 30 days include Ordinary People, Smokey and the Bandit Part 2, and The Octagon. The St. Louis Cardinals had a record of 63-77 on September 12th, a far cry from where they are this year. They were en route to finish 4th in the National League East behind the Phillies, Montreal Expos, Pirates, and ahead of the Mets and Cubs. The Royals had a terrific record of 88-54 on their way to winning the American League West, ahead of the A's, Twins, Rangers, White Sox, the California Angels, and the Mariners. So, that wraps up episode 1 of the Glendale High School 35-year time capsule. We hope you enjoyed watching it, and we hope you'll stay tuned for the next episode to see what was going on at Glendale High School 35 years ago. Take care. Talk to you later.